you aren't using your watch later playlist correctly. My watch later playlist had over 500 or so videos. So I finally decided to fix it. And no, I didn't just delete everything. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact steps that I use to clean up my watch later playlist, actually start watching what I saved, and stay sane while doing it. So let's dive right into it. Your watch later playlist is supposed to help you, not haunt you. Of course, you can fill it with a bunch of different videos. And by the way, your limit to adding as many videos is 5,000 videos. YouTube limits it to 5,000. So if you have reached that limit, I've not met someone that has that many videos in their watch later playlist, but if that's you, then I hope this video definitely helps. But even if you have around 300 or so videos in your watch later playlist, or even like 1,000, this is definitely going to be helpful. So most of us treat the watch later playlist like it's a digital dumping ground, kind of like a graveyard, dumping in tutorials, interviews, gaming videos, essays, vlogs, all this stuff, a bunch of amalgamy of different videos. You don't have a real plan about actually watching them. Eventually, it stops being helpful and it starts being guilt-inducing. You don't want to watch the watch later playlist, or you keep telling yourself you're going to watch it even later down the line. Later keeps becoming later and later and later. It's not your fault. There is no built-in system to kind of get through your watch later playlist. I mean, you add it. That's probably the easiest thing you can do in YouTube, is add things to watch later, because at least on desktop, it's just a little icon when you're hovering over a thumbnail. You just click on an icon and then you forget about it. And then you never remember that it's even in your watch later playlist. And that's why it can be overwhelming. Not because it's bad, but because it's undefined. It's trying to be a library, it's trying to be a to-do list, it's trying to be a journal, it's trying to be all of that stuff all at once. So here's the mind shift change that I used, and that made everything click for me. Your watch later playlist, it's not a library, it's not a to-do list, it's not that, it's an inbox. Just like email, it's meant to be a temporary holding space. Think of it that way, a place where you collect things so you can deal with them later. The problem is most of us never process it that way. We dump videos in there and then leave them possibly for years. I know I did. So instead, treat watch later the same way you treat productive inbox. Use it to collect videos inside of it and then process them. What do I mean by that? So when I find something to watch, I toss into the watch later playlist like normal, but later I go through and then I sort them into separate playlists, or remove them if I have to. This turns a bunch of scrolling and a bunch of waiting around into something intentional. So now when I sit down to watch something, I'm not just guessing, I'm actually choosing about what I want to watch. And then once or twice a week, I schedule time to go through it. Although recently I've been watching it daily now. I have set an hour-long timer to remind me to actually sit down and watch the watch later playlist. I usually watch for an hour, and it's usually while I'm doing something, or I told myself I can sit down and just relax. So I'm probably just laying in bed watching it for an hour or so. If the video is mostly talking or has anything to do with music, I just throw it into picture-in-picture mode, or I just set it aside and let it play while I multitask. On desktop, you can use the video speed controller extension to even play videos at 1.5, 2x, or even 3x, or even 4x speed. And I usually, my comfort spot is watching videos in 3x speed. Now that might sound a little bit crazy, but that's just what I do. I watch videos in 3x speed. And if you're on mobile with YouTube Premium, you've got playback speed control up to 3x, I think even 4x as well, and also picture-in-picture mode. But not everyone here is gonna have YouTube Premium, so I totally get that. Just like if you're trying to get inbox zero with email, the goal isn't to finish everything, it's to process what matters and let go of what doesn't. So you're either able to watch your videos in the moment as you watch, whether it's in normal speed, double speed, triple speed. You can also separate your videos into different playlists. Like I have ones for basketball, for recipe making, gym playlists. And if you don't have a playlist that kind of fits your video's tone, then just simply create a new playlist and set it in there. Once you're done watching videos inside of your playlist and you don't think that you're going to add any more videos down the line, you can always delete the playlist so it keeps things clean. Your third option is to just delete. So that might hurt if you really think you're going to watch this one video eventually, but really take your time and think about it. Will you actually watch this video? And if you don't really love the idea of sitting down for 30 minutes or an hour or however long the video is, then think about it and then just delete it, because that could be time you could be using to work on something creatively or watch another video from your watch later playlist and watch that instead. The multi-select for YouTube extension is really helpful, because I can just select a bunch of different videos and then I can just send them to a different playlist for my watch later. And if I don't have a playlist set for them, I could always just create a new playlist, or I can just remove those videos once I'm done adding them. And again, you can use the filters and that'll help out quite a bit. Now I gave myself permission to delete videos freely, and let me tell you, it feels amazing when you think of it that way, when you don't have to feel like these videos are controlling you. You should have control over your videos and what you watch and the content that you consume. So that's one way I do that. It's like cleaning out my closet every once in a while. So I only regret the stuff that I just didn't want to throw out. But at the end of the day, it's fine. I mean, you grow out of some clothes, and so those need to be either handed down or, given away or thrown away, recycled. I just think of it like that. Sometimes I grow out of these kinds of phases of videos I used to watch. Sometimes I'll be watching a bunch of gaming videos or a bunch of self-help videos, so on and so forth. If I'm out of that kind of phase, then that's when I can start deleting things here and there. So just be honest with yourself. If it doesn't serve you anymore, if that video doesn't grab your attention anymore, just remove it. And there's no guilt in that. You want to treat your watch later playlist as an inbox. You want to add videos that catch your eye. You want to organize them later into playlists that actually make sense. Set time in your week to actually go through and sit down and watch these videos or whatever playlist you have set. And then lastly, just delete anything that's just taking up space that you really just don't feel like you want to watch. Again, it's not about finishing every video. You can still skip through each video. I usually do that too. Another thing that helps me is I sit through and I click on the slider, the video slider, and see if there are any most replayed parts of a video. And if there are, then I just skip to those and then I just listen to what the video has to say. And if it intrigues me, I keep watching, or I skip to the other most replayed video, part of the video. And then as soon as you know it, you're done with the video. You could even take the link of a video and put it into some chat, AI chat bot, and it should be able to summarize a video for you too. But I personally don't find the satisfaction in doing that, but that is another option as well. You can obviously send the YouTube video to some kind of ChatGPT wrapper clone and then just let it give you a summarization. But that, again, I wouldn't do that personally, but that's an option. Since cleaning up my watch later playlist, I actually enjoy using it again. Not only that, but also watching YouTube. I use the watch later playlist all the time. I've never reached 0 videos in it, which that's probably a bit counterproductive, but I always find things to add into the playlist, but I still find time to watch the videos and I still feel good about it. I've saved hours as soon as I've started doing this, implementing this kind of technique into my system. Otherwise, I would have wasted all that time scrolling through a bunch of random content or YouTube shorts for that matter. If this video helped you in any sort of way, please give it a like so YouTube knows that it's worth recommending. And comment below, how many videos are you hoarding in your watch later playlist right now? Again, I peaked at around, I think 1,000 videos. I never went higher than that, but that was still a lot. So yeah, just let me know how many videos you have in your playlist and then how many playlists in general you might have. Just be honest. Again, this is a safe place. There's no judging here. And yeah, with that being said, I would obviously really appreciate a subscribe from you guys or any kind of support. Sharing this video will help a lot. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to y'all soon.